Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing another chit chat video. I'm going to do this from my kitchen because both girls are up. It's been a long day and I can't sit in the living room. And yeah, I just finished doing dishes and stuff in here so it doesn't look like a total disaster. It's been a rough couple of days. It was 2 nights ago now. Sophie's eye started watering, her left eye, and the next morning she woke up and it was completely red, not even pink. Entirely red. It was watery, but it wasn't gunky or anything. So we made a doctor's appointment, but they couldn't get us in until about like 3:45 or something, like really late in the afternoon. So by the time that appointment rolled around, she was really sick and she had like a runny nose and she just didn't feel good. She had a fever and they said it was viral conjunctivitis, which is pink eye, but it's caused by like a common cold or whatever. So basically there wasn't really anything they could do for her. She just has to ride it out. And that night was just like the worst. It was last night. It feels like I've been dealing with this for like 5 days now, honestly. I guess we're all being kind of babies about it because the last time Sophie had a cold, she was 6 months old, so she's now 2.5. We're a little out of practice when it comes to this, and I've never had like a sick toddler before. Sophie has had the stomach flu once before, but even that only lasted the vomiting just a couple of days. So after that doctor's appointment, it just progressively kind of got worse, and I was really on the fence about going to the ER that night around like between 12 and 2 o'clock because she couldn't sleep and she hadn't had a nap all day because she couldn't sleep. And then she went to go to bed and both times she ended up waking up within an hour and she had this really weird sound. And I don't know how to explain it really. It wasn't a wheeze, it wasn't croup sounding or anything like that. It was just, it was odd. It was like very heavily congested breathing, but it would always subside when she would finally calm down because I could just tell she was getting irritated with not being able to sleep because of her congestion, and she would just wake up crying because she was so frustrated. And that just breaks your heart, you know, when your kid wants to sleep, which what kid wants to sleep and they can't, and then they're getting upset about it. So I was like really on the fence. I actually like literally picked up our bag one time and almost started heading out, and then I really looked at her. I made sure she wasn't having retractions and she wasn't having any kind of like super labored breathing, and she wasn't, and she calmed down. And so I just held her for a while and then she ended up falling asleep. I think we all got about like 3 hours of sleep last night, except for Remy, who slept like a rock. She slept like 13 hours and I didn't want to wake her up because maybe that's her way of fighting this bug or whatever, so I'm not going to stand in her way. But we all slept really crappy. We were in Sophie's bedroom sleeping with her, but she got, one of those times she got up and she was crying. She started to cough, and it was, you know, that empty cough that doesn't even have any congestion to it and it just like makes you gag. She had that and she started gagging and she ended up throwing up all over her bed and stuff. So we moved it out into the living room. Remy feels like screaming today. Of all days, her sister doesn't feel good. Oh, so yeah, we decided to just move out to the living room. It was really rough. She would only sleep for like half-hour increments, and it was like, I think she fell asleep like 3 times in total, and the rest she just wanted to get up and play. And I couldn't understand it. At like 4 o'clock she was asking me to go get her sister and she wanted to play, and I was like, no, we can't play, we're supposed to be in bed. But we've just been doing the best we can. She's not on any like prescription medications because it is viral, so they can't prescribe anything for it, but we are doing some homeopathic medicines, the Zarbees, and Mark's picking up a nighttime medicine. Don't know the brand, but it's homeopathic, and hopefully that will help her sleep tonight, because just seeing them get so frustrated because they want to sleep but their sickness is getting in the way of that is seriously so heartbreaking. And he's also picking up some stuff for us because I am definitely feeling like I'm getting her cold, which is fine. I don't care, I can handle a cold any day, but her eyes are so... 1 minute. All right, they were fighting over a hairbrush. But yeah, I can definitely feel the sickness coming on, but that's fine with me. I'll take the cold. Just, I cannot deal with the conjunctivitis. Her eyes just look so miserable. I've been trying to keep her from rubbing them as best as they can. They look a lot better than they were looking last night, because every time I would fall asleep and she wouldn't, she was rubbing them. And I've really been on top of her today about not rubbing her eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if all of us end up with a cold. I just really hope that Remy doesn't end up with it. I will say that this is the one time when we were at the doctor's office, Sophie just looked at me while she was sitting on the table and she just like started whimpering, and it was the saddest thing ever. Because like I said, she doesn't let sickness get her down, but it's 5 o'clock and I should have pumped an hour ago. But I really, guys, like honestly, I am literally scrounging for like the littlest bit of motivation that I can find anymore. I just feel like after the miscarriage, I was really couldn't be bothered to give a crap about it anymore. And then after the mastitis, I was like dead set, like I'm gonna wean. I've had enough of this. I don't want to do it anymore. And then ever since I got over that, I have been like a little bit more level-headed about it, and I haven't been putting as much pressure on myself. Like if I have to go somewhere and I'm not able to empty completely, I don't care. I still go. I pump when I can, when I can. I'm just like not putting that pressure on myself, because I'm almost like, I'm a week and a half away from getting to a year. So everything past the year is gravy to me. So, I mean, whatever. I would really like to keep it up a little longer, but I'm not going to risk my mental and emotional health over it. That's what I always say. So after this sickness, I just feel like I don't even care anymore. Like I don't even want to pump anymore. I just don't want to do it. I don't know. I'm being completely honest with you guys, and that finding motivation to do it has been the hardest thing ever. You know, with balancing a perfectly healthy and happy baby with a very, very sick toddler who's not sleeping. It's just like literally the last thing I want to do is sit around and pump. But Remy loves her boob juice, so that's pretty much the only reason I'm doing it anymore. I will say that with this, all the extra milk that I have, that I pump, I'm not going to be donating it, just because I feel like I'm getting sick, and if I get sick, I just don't donate that milk. But I'm pretty excited about it, because that means I get to pour it into the bags that I'm going to be testing out for my second collective breast milk storage bag video. So that'll be exciting, and I'm pretty excited to do that for you guys. I know it's been a long time coming, but those breast milk storage bags are not cheap, and I bought almost all of them this time around. Yeah, I think there was only one brand that I didn't buy. So I'm just looking down my list of things I want to tell you guys. We were going to potty train this weekend. This weekend is Easter. It markets 3 days off for Easter, and we were going to start potty training. I've said before that Sophie has signs of readiness, but then she's lacking things like not telling us when she's going and really not having any interest in doing that. So I really haven't been sure, and I've gone back and forth between reading lists and trying to figure out if she's ready. And I just kind of said one day, the best way to tell if she's ready is to just try it. And if she is having reservations, if she's having stress about it, obviously back off. But I don't know. We were going to try, but now with her being sick, definitely not the time. So I don't know when we will try it again. Mark's schedule is pretty crazy. He's been working 4 10-hour shifts, and some days a additional 8-hour shift on Friday. They're not supposed to work the Friday one, but he has been. So maybe if on the off chance one of these weeks he's not working that Friday, that way we can do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. I know it's probably going to take a lot longer than 3 days, especially with Soph, but I just feel like it's a good head start. I don't have to do those first 3 days alone. Let's see. Both the girls are now in their convertible car seats, which was pretty cool. Comparing the Rava to the Kiko Next Fit Zip that we have, the Rava is a lot more compact, which can be a good or bad thing. If you have a compact car, a very small car, the Rava would probably fit no problem, but it also leaves a lot less leg room, a lot less room just in general, whereas I feel like the Kiko Next Fit Zip is a lot more roomy. I don't know. I personally like it a little bit better for toddlers. I just feel like she's less crammed in the Kiko than she is in the Rava, but the Rava has a higher weight limit on it for rear facing, and we are extended rear facing. I actually weighed Sophie the other day, and then Mark called me and scared the crap out of me. But no, I weighed Sophie the other day and she's 29 pounds, which is great. That means that we'll be able to rear face a lot longer. I think the Rava has a 50-pound rear facing limit. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. I really can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's a little bit longer than the Kiko. I think the Kiko is 45. I don't know. I'm probably putting stuff down across the bar because I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Those are working out really nicely. Right now, I don't like one car seat more than the other. It has brought a whole new set of challenges of trying to figure out how to take 2 kids into the store, though, with one cart that only has like one place to sit a child. So that's been fun. One exciting thing that happened is that we met one of our financial goals finally. As of, I think, a week ago now, I have 0 credit card debt in my name, which is amazing. And we worked really, really hard on that. And we actually also have paid off one of Mark's credit cards too. But we still have a little while to go to accomplish some of the other things that we wanted to do. But these were some of the financial goals that I had talked about that we wanted to do before we had another baby. It's just putting us on the right track. And obviously it frees up a lot more money when you don't have to make monthly payments on credit cards. And it's just so amazing to say that. We're getting pretty close to being able to qualify to buy a home too. I think that in a perfect world, buying a home and getting another car would be great to be able to do before we have another baby, but obviously we'll see. We're taking things one step at a time. But speaking of a new car, I don't know if any of you have seen it. Actually, this morning was the reveal of the new Subaru third row seater SUV, the Ascent. Guys, oh my gosh, that's gonna be my car. That's gonna be my new car. That is my goal. I want that Subaru. I want it so bad. I love my Legacy. I have test drove and drove a lot of rentals in between my Legacies, and there's nothing like my Subaru. But if we are gonna have another baby, it's a really tight fit with those 2 convertible car seats in the back. Honestly, if we had 2 Ravas, we might be able to make a 3rd car seat fit because it is a little bit more narrow. But with the Kiko Next Fit, no way. Anybody who owns those knows how bulky they are. It really doesn't leave anything room-wise next to it. So I'm really excited. It was basically everything that I was looking for in an SUV. It doesn't look obnoxious. I feel like the outside still has the beautiful, like, front end that my Subaru Legacy has, and I also like the fact that it had captain's chairs and then the 3rd row. It wasn't like a 2nd row seat that you would have to somehow like climb over and get into the 3rd row, if you know what I'm talking about. So I love those captain chairs. Love them. It just looked amazing. So just shout out to any of those people who are obsessed with Subaru like I am. And the last couple things I want to tell you guys about, I will be probably uploading a ton of reviews coming up because I am like backed up on them right now. I need to film quite a few of them, but I haven't had any filming time since I filmed the 10 names we love but aren't going to be using, so it's been a little bit. I will as soon as Sophie starts feeling better and I get some filming time to do that, but just know you guys are going to be hit with review videos fast and hard coming soon. And the last little thing that I want to tell you guys is I have an upcoming exciting announcement, and I would announce it right now, but I kind of want to wait until everything is set in stone and it's done. But basically it pertains to continuing to give you guys and to improve the information that I do when it has to do with my breastfeeding videos. And like I said, I just want to wait until everything is completely done and ready, and I will fill you guys in as soon as that happens. But that's basically everything that's been going on.
This position was not nearly as uncomfortable as I thought it would be, bending over the entire time, but it's really hot under this light. I'm sweating so bad. I am really excited for Easter though, just with it, seeing family and seeing the girls have fun and stuff, and hopefully Sophie is feeling better by that time so we can just have a fun Easter day. I'm actually going to be making quite a few delicious treats for Easter that I'm really excited about. I do not cook for other people, but I will bake all day long. I will cook for my immediate family, meaning myself, Mark, and Sophie, and Remy, but I do not cook for anybody else. I don't have that kind of confidence, but I have tried to film recipe videos for you guys because I have a lot of baking ones, and I don't have like the lighting that's needed for a recipe video. Like it's all right, but I always shoot them. I get completely done and I go to edit and I'm like, this looks like garbage. I will not put this up. So I don't know. I might have to like invest in some different lighting or just wait until I move, but that's gonna be a long time. Yeah, as always with the chit chat videos, leave any questions for me to answer in the next one down below, or leave any requests, whatever your heart desires. Let me know what you're looking forward to this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.